The Dusty Futon Podcast is a product of the Dusty Futon LLC and Dusty Futon Productions. Go to dustyfuton.com for more information. Welcome back to another episode of the Dusty Futon Producers Corner. This Producers Corner is hosted by Tyler and Spicy Kim because Dirty Disciple is out of town. Make sure you don't miss a single episode by subscribing to us on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, TuneIn, Google Play Music, and wherever you get your podcasts. And don't forget that you can support us by buying merchandise at dustyfuton.com/merch or by becoming a supporter on our Patreon page at patreon.com/thedustyfuton. And this episode is brought to you by Backstage360.com, the musician's media. The Dusty Futon is a musician's podcast bringing you the raw musician and what they bring to the table. Backstage360.com works hard to bring you even more with creative write-ups, professional interviews, and stunning photography. Backstage360.com also assists with the promotion of events, products, tours, new music, and they provide an overall insider's peek into the impedimenta of the backstage. Backstage360.com. They truly are the musician's media. Ricky Garcia is an old soul that really impresses Spicy Kim and befuddles Tyler because he's never experienced really an R&B artist and what it's all about. So he has a lot of question for this incredibly humble, well-educated musician at such a young age. I mean, this kid's been playing since he was in 4th grade. Well, you know what? Enough of that. Let's get to this Producers Corners episode of The Dusty Futon right here with your hosts Tyler and Spicy Kim and guest Ricky Garcia.
Cool, yeah. I can hear myself.
Oh, okay. I can hear yourself too.
I can too. Woohoo! Pay dirt, kids.
We are live.
We sound good.
We do.
Yeah, that's what happens when you...
So we're like trained professionals.
For what?
Well, that's
Who
the
told
question.
you that?
What the hell?
Smoke and mirrors, people. Smoke and mirrors.
Exactly, right? We pretend really, really, really hard, and a lot of times people buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we do. We do.
That's the whole beauty of punk rock.
Right. Oh, I
it's just
love it.
pretending really, really, really hard until people think you're a band. You guys are musicians. It's really creative what you guys did here, and we're like, pfft.
You just ran around in circles on the stage.
Yeah,
Going,
right.
Are you guys all artists or no?
I'm not.
In some definition of the form, yes.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
I play the guitar. I
Okay, cool.
play a few instruments, but not like in any professional shape or manner right now.
He's pretty good. He's pretty good.
That's cool.
Don't let him fool you.
She's too.
And so does Big Jon too. He plays multiple instruments.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a drummer turned guitarist turned...
He's not a drummer. I've never seen him play the drum.
He keeps telling us this, but we don't
video.
know.
There's video
a video.
evidence. Come on, man.
I think he just says it for the sex appeal, honestly.
It's for the
Chicks like
chicks,
drummers.
yeah.
It's like, I got rhythm.
Well,
It's like, no, he's got momentum, you know?
All of us were in drumline, not like he plays the drum set.
Right
but
on.
I don't play the drum
Michael,
set.
no?
But us two were like in the band in high school.
Oh, right on.
That's how kind of all of us.
Were
like,
you guys
got close.
percussion, or did you guys
Yeah.
actually do wind, brass? What were you?
Drummers.
Drummers?
Yeah.
Nice.
So
you
What
were
did you
drummers
play?
too?
Yeah, I played the snare. All of us played the snare drum.
You guys were all snares?
Very cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
I always sat here and thought, like,
What?
how much can you accomplish on like a snare, just one thing? But then I went and I used to date a girl who was an instructor for marching band. She did the pit, like the xylophones,
Right.
things like that. But I was just like, this is awesome. It's like striking something deep and like primal down
Yeah,
within.
it's like- I
my
feel like-
Jumanji spirit is coming out. And, yeah,
After like all the instruments come into piece, it all kind of makes sense. I think at some point.
it does.
Yeah.
For sure.
Another one that gets me is the bass drums. Because they're all acting as like one person, you know. It's,
Yeah.
It's like, you know, when you're playing on a kit, you got all the toms, so you can go tuku 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 tuku. But each one of the bass, they're all its own person, so you
Yeah.
have to
Yes.
like wait for your turn. Tuku tuku tuku. That's me.
Ricky, what other
Hold on, let me
instruments do you
scoot
play?
I play the piano and the guitar.
Oh, you do?
Uh-huh.
How
There you go.
old were you when you started playing music?
Perfect.
Well, if you consider like band,
Yeah.
I was in 4th grade, so like
Oh, just a little Ricky.
yeah.
Little Ricky Garcia.
And then-
we should backpedal a little bit. We have
yeah.
Ricky Garcia in here. We should introduce you first.
Yeah.
You drove
Garcia.
all the way down here from Imperial fucking California. That's, I mean, at least you had a nice day to come down here on.
Over
but
there it was like 110 degrees. So
oh my God!
Oh.
Oh my God! That's
Snap.
oh Jesus.
They were like, "Can
bad.
we get there already?"
yeah, exactly. It was like
So anyway, so Ricky Garcia, you're an independent artist from Imperial, California.
Yes.
And I was giving you some songs to listen before I came over here because I study. I'm a
He's
professional.
so good.
as it
He's
were.
so good.
Yeah.
And very soulful. It's a little different to what we we typically have here on the Futon. But it's good, and I think it's awesome that we have here on the show because it's something that I don't really get to see very much or ask about. It's a kind of music that I never really had too much experience with. But as I grow older, I'm appreciating everything, and now that we've had this Dusty Futon, and we're literally getting people from all different kinds of woodworks.
That's cool.
Now you get to be my first, so I've got all sorts of questions.
You're gonna pop your cherry right now, huh?
Exactly, my R&B cherry. So what really got you into R&B? I mean, have you just been listening to this since?
Honestly, like I feel like some songs are R&B, but also I feel like there's some that are like on a pop soul vibe kind of stuff. So we're like. I try not to stick to just one genre, and I feel like I try to be different in that sense that like I like to explore like my horizon as far as the music. So like a song, it can be like a slow song on piano, and then after that it could be like a kind of a R&B, like a vibey kind of song, you know?
Yeah.
So I just like to be able to like change things up a little bit and be like very different, I guess, as far as like my genres and styles stuff like that. So yeah.
So what really got you going? What lit the fire underneath Ricky Garcia?
I don't know. I think I've always liked to sing, but like I never really took it like seriously until I was like 16.
Was it like you just sing in the car kind of moment? And
it was like more like in the shower. I was singing the shower. Yeah.
You gotta start somewhere, okay?
And then like somebody put the head the window and they're like, "Hey, you sound pretty good." And you're like, "Get out of my bathroom!"
It was an accident because like I was. So only like a couple of friends knew I sing, including them, and like a couple of other friends knew I sang, and like I was always like very shy about it, you know. Mm-hmm. So then one time I was with a friend of mine, and she was recording me singing, and she like posted it on Twitter without my permission. I said no. And she posted it on Twitter, and it got like pretty good reaction.
Wow. And
I was like, well, that's pretty cool. And I kind of like I was shy at first. I was like no, and then like after I kind of like I liked the feeling of it. So then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do I'm gonna post my own video. Yeah. So then I posted it, and then it got even more reaction.
Nice. So you had like a support people behind you.
Yeah, it was
kind
cool.
Of encouraging
and then
you.
Yeah, and then I was like, you know what, like I think I can like start actually posting like covers stuff like that, you know. So then I posted covers for like 4 months probably, and then.
What was your first one that you did? The first cover you put?
A-Team by Ed Sheeran.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. That's ambitious.
That was like my first like song on guitar. Yeah.
You play guitar on it too?
Yeah.
So you play and sing at the same time? Mm-hmm. That's hard to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing I never got to master at all. So kudos to you for that one.
Thank you.
Nice. So is he one of your bigger influences? What like growing up? I mean, when did this start for you?
I remember when I was little, like I was listening to a lot of like old R&B. Like
when you were little, yes, I might look at you. You're like 12. Like,
okay, when I was young, I was a baby, more of a baby. Like my dad grew up listening to a lot of like 80s like rock music, and even though it didn't influence like my style of music, it still like opened up my horizons to like there's a lot of more stuff than just like soul or pop or R&B, you know. And I feel like all of that kind of stuff kind of blends in to forming some kind of music that I would like to make. Does that make any kind of sense? Like, I like to take different kind of styles and like people and also add like my own personal touch to it and make it all my own, you know?
Make your own kind of kaleidoscope of music,
exactly.
You know? It's a little different every time. I like it. Yeah. It's very good.
Totally. So were your parents always playing music in the house when you were growing up?
Mostly my dad.
Yeah.
Not like
the rocker,
him playing instruments, but like he likes a lot of like country music.
Yeah.
And like 80s, like he likes everything that's like old school music. So like I was always like listening to old school music. So like I guess that kind of always, kind of like had like that drive in me musically.
Yeah. Well, that's probably why you get your influences. And,
yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Rather why you may have your style the way it is because you draw a little from here and a little.
Yeah,
from
exactly.
Who was Dad's favorite band?
My dad likes, he likes the Eagles.
Oh, who doesn't?
Wow.
He likes the Eagles a lot. And then he likes Bon Jovi, which I'm a big fan of.
I like
also.
it. That's very good. Should we go to a song? Is it time?
Already. I want to hear one.
I think we should. I think let's get Alone. Let's do Alone here. This is off the album Letters.
No. That one's just on its own.
Oh.
That was prior.
It's Alone.
Yeah. That song was prior to the EP.
Nice.
Got it.
Yeah. Let's give this one a listen. It's a single. Ricky Garcia, Alone.
I think the listeners heard that one, but we can't because I screwed it up.
Fuck.
Oh, Big Jon. Probably because you broke your big toe about 2 hours ago.
This is a true story,
It is
by
true.
the way.
I'm not kidding. Yeah, he really
He was
did.
at a pool party, peeing in pools, and
man.
he
That's what you get. You see? You see?
Let that be a lesson to you, people, listeners. Don't pee in pools, or you will break your big toe.
We're ready.
We're ready. Big John's got us ready. Okay, so we're ready to
cool.
get alone here.
Okay, guys.
My eyes are seeing blind. My walls are breaking down. The sound of your name is trapped in my mouth. My hands caress your face, the shadow of your shape. If I go, then maybe you'll stay.
You have a nice tone.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
If by chance I run into you, would you say that you're okay? What makes it okay to be alone?
You've really captured the feeling of being alone or feeling lonely with everything. I mean, every dimension of the music. It's the sound, how it's very echoey. It's like almost like you're in an empty parking garage. It's dark. You're all by yourself. You know?
Yeah, I get you.
Tell me that you're all okay. Tell me that you're doing fine. Looking desperately for love. But at the same time, yeah, your eyes, they may deceive. But for me, not easily. 'Cause I've known you for some time. I can read right through your mind. Oh, your mind. And if by chance I run into you, would you say that you're okay? What makes it okay to be alone?
Who's that in the background?
That's like two of my friends that just like sang it, and then
These
I was,
guys?
No. It was a girl and another guy, and they just like, I was just like, okay, guys, just like just sing it like from afar in the room.
Yeah.
And they sang it, and I just kind of made it.
It's where I had that empty hall sound.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's really good production right there.
It wasn't me though. I didn't produce the song. My other friend produced it. But like I had
Want
the
to give him a
idea.
shout out?
Yeah, Che Black. If he is listening to this.
Oh, he's
thank
listening.
You.
He's
Hey,
listening. We're all
Hopefully.
keep
listening.
it up.
So yeah, that's alone.
Nice.
Thank
That was
you.
beautiful.
Very nice.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That was very
I
deep.
feel like I learned something about myself that I never knew before. Nice. So did that come from personal experience, or is this just kind of like a conceptual?
Kind of both, because like at the same time I had experienced that, but also it's kind of just like about a person being very closed in, like emotionally, and it's kind of just like, you know, like kind of being okay with people trying to help you out in life, and like trying to come for you, I guess, and just trying to like allow yourself to be open to people's.
Yeah, like that's okay.
Yeah,
you don't have to fight by yourself.
Exactly.
That's our whole purpose here on the Dusty Futon.
Yeah, yeah.
To make you feel like it's okay to come in here and let yourself.
yeah, right.
It's very deep. Where does this come from? Like, you're only 19. Who hurt you, Ricky? Who hurt you so bad?
And this was before ZP, so it was even further.
It was even further. Yeah. I don't think this song is more. This song is not very personal. This one's more like me speaking like from a other person's perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like basically, okay, there was like a girl, and then like it was kind of like us two had like a thing going on, right? I guess. And then she was always like, oh, I'm okay, but like she was always very like lonely as far as and I was always trying to be there, like I guess the person to like help her
Open
up,
up, girl.
Yeah,
Let
and
it
then
out.
and then so
Sweet.
a song it says like what makes it okay to be alone. Like she was always just kind of like by herself, and me being the one that trying to like pick her up all the time and not being allowed to, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it was kind of just like a other person's like aspect in that kind of sense.
Nice. Outside perspective.
Yeah.
Again, you're only 19. How are you this deep? Like, I'm still working on this. I'm 33
He's
years
an
old.
old. This is an old soul right here for sure.
I think so. Yeah.
Wise beyond your years.
Yes.
Do you do your own lyrics and everything too?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you.
Now you said you didn't produce this song. So
No, I didn't.
What did you produce all the beats and all the?
I made, well, on that song I played the guitar on that song, and I did a couple of like a couple of sounds in there, but it was pretty much my friend Trey Black, and then but on songs prior to that I did do all the whole production to it.
Very cool.
What do you use when you produce your beats?
FLStudios. Yeah.
Fruit Loops?
Yeah, Fruit Loops.
No shit.
Yeah.
Wow, I haven't heard anybody using that since it was actually Fruity Loops.
Yeah, FLStudios.
Oh my
Fruity
god!
Loops?
I'm not kidding you.
Yeah,
Why'd they
it's
change
called
that
Fruity
name?
Loops. Yeah.
It's basically it's the digital version of the 808. Like
Pretend like
seriously.
I know what that means.
Right?
Okay,
Oh my
that's
God.
right. That's why we. Yeah, that's why normally Dirty does the hip hop guys, because it's like one of the oldest loop makers for computers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
It's evolved into one hell of an over the counter product that you can basically piece together the sounds you want for very cheap.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like
Cost
super high
effective,
quality,
yes.
but it's.
Well, it sounded like it. Whatever.
did.
Well, no, that was
Yeah, that
that was
sounded
a
great.
professional one, right?
What do you mean?
The song we just heard, that was professionally produced.
No, just me and my friend didn't really know how to produce that much, because he isn't like a producer. He's like a rapper,
Okay.
and he just like knows like a little bit how to like put stuff in here, and we kind of just like did it like like it was just like.
So you use Fruity Loops even for that track?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
See, you know what?
Told
You know
you.
what this does? Like I'm like Tyler. Up until recently, I've been doing a couple episodes with Dirty Disciple for the Producers Corner, and that's what this is going to be, another Producers Corner episode. But Dirty's not here.
That guy.
So, but that's just, I'm learning that there's just such a whole new aspect to this stuff. Like, you know, you're young and you're like basically like the guitarist who's picking up a guitar for the first time, but you're picking up Fruity Loops because it's cheap, it's easy to use, and you can learn it.
And technology is available in schools these days. When we went,
Yeah, there was
the thing
no.
is, this program is practically open source, so he's tweaking it himself. Like he's learning as he's screwing around.
And the reason I think why, well, the song prior to this, I did it all like on my house, and it's because I was actually gonna do it with another guy, but he charged, and like it was more money than I can afford.
so
I was
this
just,
was Garcia Studios
I
production.
was just like screw it, like I'm gonna do it myself, and like I did it. Not this one, the one prior to that, I did it by myself too, and it came out good. I think.
That's awesome.
So,
I think
You're
so
like,
too. I think that came out really good. I
Yeah.
mean, Big Jon was sitting there like, "There's no way that Fruit Loops. There's no way." No, this
blew
was
his doors off.
professionally
Yeah,
done.
I'm actually blown away because I just remember it, like I said, from when it was Fruity Loops, and it was fun. It was a fun program to mess with if you just didn't know much about it, and it still is. If you don't know much about producing and editing and creating beats and creating loops, it's a great way to kind of break your teeth onto it.
Nice.
Super
yeah,
cool.
it's really cool. I like it.
Break your
Right
teeth.
on.
Hey, so I was while I was also looking up stuff about you, I realized that there's really nothing there about you, or at least I was trying to do my best, like online stalker. Like, okay, what's up with this kid? I need some notes. I need something to talk
There's
about.
nothing. I'm a ghost.
Nothing. so no Ricky Garcia website or Facebook or anything yet.
Facebook. I used to have one like as an artist, and I just deleted it because I never used it. So I just Instagram and Twitter is usually my. Yeah.
Instagram.
There we go.
That's
Well,
where it's
Instagram's kind of like Facebook Plus. I mean, it pretty much.
Yeah,
puts it
right,
there too,
it
so.
is.
What's your handles?
Let me just give me a minute to look at them.
Okay, that's okay.
Please
There's
I know
there's
we're
an
all
awesome
okay.
thing called editing.
My Instagram is just Ricky Garcia. Cause I tried putting my whole name, but those are already taken.
Yeah,
So I
there's
took out
some,
the A.
there's some Disney
okay.
Kid channel, kid named Ricky Garcia.
Exactly, he's the one that takes it.
that guy.
I was just like, don't tell me it's not this kid.
I'm like, man.
Tell me it's not.
I like you stole it.
You're like, that's me, buddy. I had it first.
Oh, Jesus.
Nice.
I think he's older than me, so.
Don't
he
you
had
owe
it
me a
first.
Coke now? Oh, yeah. Oh, all
like
right.
that.
Well, whatever.
So now, what about performing in public? Do you go do some shows? You got some gigs?
I've done about like 5 or 6 in my hometown. Yeah.
Anything coming up here?
Not that I know of. Like the last one that I did was last month, and it was probably like the most, like the biggest one I've ever done. But it wasn't just me. It was like 2 other or like 4 other artists also, and that one was like, I think at the end of the night they counted like 600 people.
Nice. Are you actively pursuing gigs right now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm always open
I like
to doing
it.
that kind of
So
stuff. So
tell me, what got you started in the hip hop world, in the producing world, and writing and rapping? What got you started in that field, that world?
like to write music. Well,
Like, did you start on the guitar? Did you start with the desire to write lyrics?
I started on the guitar, and then like I realized that like, why get someone else to do it if I'm the one that like experiences them firsthand?
Mhm.
You know.
Attaboy, yeah. Do it yourself. Don't rely on anybody else
So I
because they're
kinda-
just going to disappoint you.
So I kind of just like, I just tried to write songs, and at first they were like really terrible. Like I think I was like 16 when I was like my first like song, but like I don't think anybody's ever heard it. And then, but it was so cheesy. It was like the worst song ever. And then like when I was like 17, I started to like write better music, I guess. And then 18, and then now I'm 19. So like hopefully it's improving as I go, but it's always something that I'm always open to, like just trying to find new ideas and trying to like write from different aspects every time.
So
I guess.
It's definitely a process.
did you start with Fruity Loops?
He's back to Fruity Loops. He can't let it go.
No,
I'm sorry. Let me
It's blown.
rephrase that.
I know it's blown away.
Did you
blown you away,
start with FLStudios?
No, at first I didn't even. See, at first I never had an intention of like making actual music. I just like to sing and do covers, you know. So I never had to like produce anything. And then it wasn't until like I was 18 when I released like my first ever like 2 songs that I started to like realize about like the whole like the FLStudios stuff like that. So then that's kind of how like the whole like the music part of like actual songs came in. But like prior to that, it was all just kind of covers on the guitar and piano.
Just messing around kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you're coming a long way real fast.
Yeah,
I mean,
for
the
sure.
quality and everything is really
Thank
good.
you.
You're looking for gigs. You're only 19, so it's like the sky's the limit. You got the time on your
Hopefully.
side. Yeah.
Yeah.
Talent.
No, it's all good. Has it gotten to the point now where like your friends all know about you and like you get in the car with some girl and they're like, Ricky, will you sing to me, please?
Well, no, like I just feel very.
It works, Ricky. Let me tell you. I'm married to a singer. Okay.
I mean, not really. I'm not like famous. Like I'm not famous at all. But like, I mean,
Not yet. I mean, you are on the Dusty Futon. now.
hopefully.
So,
Hopefully.
so like I said,
It's going places.
Yeah, this is the start. This is the
Yeah.
start. Yeah. I mean, I just like appreciate all like the support that I get from my hometown. So I think it's really cool. And like, I never thought that I would like be able to like just like make music and like people like listen to and appreciate it.
Mhm.
And even though like I'm not like big or nothing, but like I feel like even if I get like a person to hear a song, it's like I hopefully like I impacted that person in some kind of
Yeah.
way, you know?
Yeah.
For
So I think it's crazy how like when people like say, "Oh, your music is cool," or like, "Oh, you're Ricky Garcia," like, that's pretty cool for me. But it's just like a different like.
That's called humility.
Yeah.
And keep that.
Absolutely.
I don't have any of that.
No, you don't.
He does not.
I
You-
lack
that's-
lots of that.
That's why
See?
you're
Where can I get
touch
some
and go
of
up
that?
here.
So now, are you trying to take your time? You want to do this the right way, or you
Yeah.
like you want to aspire and just like are you going to go on like the X Factor coming up here
No,
soon?
no.
or,
I
like, The
think
Voice?
I think my like the route that I have like in my mind to do is just make music and like get gigs and just hopefully be able to make songs that people like and people could share and listen to them and just grow a fan base. Honestly, like grow like an independent fan base.
Yeah.
And then
We
whatever
got people
happens after
listening.
that.
I just microphoned myself. I was looking on Spotify. They say you got listeners all over Southern California, in Los Angeles, El Centro,
A couple,
Raleigh,
Very
even down in
cool.
Mexico. People in Mexico
Yeah,
are
a
down
couple of
listening. Yeah,
there's like 2 of them in
Nice.
Mexico. So over there. Yeah.
that's all
You got to
good.
start somewhere,
Yeah.
one at a time.
Gracias.
Well, órale to those
Gracias.
listening down in Mexico.
Well, I have to tell you, I have children that I have twins and they're 15 and a half. And my daughter has been listening to music that's really similar to your stuff recently.
Oh,
so it's
okay,
really
cool.
resonating with the young kids. I mean, when I was growing up, we were like punker rebels, you know? So I'm like,
yeah.
God, these kids are like so sweet now. Like, it's awesome.
Thank you.
That's not
You're
that's not
welcome.
the kids that I know.
Well, you know, but their music's like,
You
have
live
heard
in
of
East
Bane?
County, that's
Bane's
why.
World or
Well,
whatever?
I've heard of them. I never really listened to music though.
Yeah, it's just really mellow music.
It's really like indie kind of, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter just went and saw him.
Oh really?
Oh, I
Her
couldn't
first
hear
concert. Bane's World.
Bane's World.
that. Bane's World. I
Mhm.
thought I heard you say
Excellent.
wait.
Party on.
That's what I thought. I go, oh, I like this kid. He's got a gold. He probably has funny parents, you know.
Oh, he's got some headbanging parents.
Oh man, you totally took me off my. Like,
Oh,
where
I'm
were
so
we? Hold on,
sorry.
I'm coming back.
Not sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
I think that's about a time where we're like, I think it's song time.
I think
We
Is
should
it
do
song
one
time?
more. It's song time.
Oh.
He brought us roses. We may as well stop
That
and
one's
smell
more
them.
R&B.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's do it. Ooh, hello. Who is it?
I can dig it already.
Somebody get that.
Hello. Please leave a message after the tone.
Again, you on the guitar?
Oh, that beat is not mine. My friends sent it to me.
The guitar.
Everything, yeah, whole beat, yeah. I wish I did it, but no, I didn't.
You're just a try, you're just a try. I'm trying to run, but you're holding me back, holding me back. You said you love me, and so I believe, every word that you said to me. False intentions, false designs, wrong decision in my mind. You got your life, I got mine. Don't need saving grace tonight. Roses, 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 roses. La da 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 da, la da la 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 la, da 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 da, la 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 la. To my surprise, you with someone new, ain't you? I guess all those lies are now painted true. Everyone was watching you rolling, but all my friends were talking about your friend. But I kept my eye on you. Yeah. False intentions, false designs, wrong decision in my mind. You got your life, I got mine. Don't need saving grace tonight. Roses, roses, da 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 da, roses.
You better be careful playing that song around the house because that's how babies are made.
I know, right?
That was good. That was really good.
Thank you, thank
beautiful.
you.
Definitely, that was much more R&B than the last
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
But is this Che or Trey? Who
Producer.
gave this?
Oh
one?
no, that was one of my. I don't know him personally. One of my friends through him send that beat, and I was like, "Can I
Really
use the
good.
beat?"
Nice. What was that about?
That
Roses?
that was a little bit more like personal experience. That one, I'm trying to remember the lyrics. Okay, yeah, that one's about like Okay, that one.
Campbell soup.
He's like, I think he's debating on what he can and cannot
Yeah,
say.
Choosing
exactly.
his words
See,
very, very carefully right here.
Yeah.
His words.
That's just what it's about.
I just want to
gotta
put
make
the
that face
person
too.
under blast, but I mean it's fine. It's about like
Look, I'm gonna be rich and famous someday. Who the
No.
fuck cares?
So
it's about like a person like me like giving I guess like all of myself to a person, like all the effort and everything, and then like
the one-way street deal.
yeah, and then like
friend
it's the
zone.
one-way street, and then like them saying like, oh, like I really appreciate, I like you, and then all of a sudden it's just like ghost mode after that from the other person.
They become
and then
a phantom.
and then it's just like
Man.
and then like it's just about like feeling like trapped and like saying that like they don't like deserve all that effort. That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
The truth always comes out, right?
Right?
I
It's
mean,
like, what the
yeah.
fuck? I give you everything, and all of a sudden you just disappear like Thanos snapped his fingers
Yeah.
or something. You know?
You're like
It's
eating it up.
fuck.
And
Oh,
then
you
bam.
Spoiler
Fucking
alert.
nerd.
Totally.
Oh,
Hey.
If you haven't
He's
seen
just
the Avengers
geeked
2,
out.
by the way.
Hey, Ricky, I did want to ask you one question
Yeah.
because I noticed, I don't know if we were on mic or not, but you said you're in school or you're going to school.
Yeah, I'm going to school.
Are you going to pursue music in school or?
No, actually, at school I'm going for criminal justice.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. You're going to
Yeah.
be a badass criminal justice person.
You gonna be like law enforcement?
You're
or you
gonna
going-
have a lot to write about.
Yes.
I want to do like
Corrections officer or something?
no,
or,
I want to do like if I do ever like get into that stuff, like forensics.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Forensic science.
Yeah, kind
Interesting. And
of
very,
stuff like that.
well, you
That's-
seem like a very deep person anyways with your lyrics are very
Yeah.
personal and stuff. I could see your.
And that's definitely a new angle you can add to it, talking about
Yeah.
like singing about forensic science.
Speaking of your lyrics,
sample, testing it
for He doesn't go AIDS and gold other first, I don't know.
follicles, you know, or
Oh
something
my
like that.
God.
See-
God.
No, you know what? There you go.
There's these things called metaphors. I believe he knows how to use them well.
Are those the ones that have like and as in them?
Sure. Anyway, but I wanted to ask you about your lyrics. Like, what do you write? Do you get the beats first and write lyrics to the beats, or do you already have?
Sometimes I think it honestly depends. Like sometimes I have an idea of what I want to write about, and then like I'll just write like words that rhyme, I guess, in a kind of a pattern.
They call that poetry.
Yeah, kind of poetry. Poetry, yes, exactly.
It's an
And
iambic
then-
pentameter.
And then like I'll get on the piano or the guitar and I'll come up with like chords, and then like I'll fit and then I'll fit the words into the song. Or it's usually easier if I have the song first and then I'll fit the words.
Yeah.
That's usually how it happens.
And so when you start writing, do you ask what Che or Trey?
Trey Black.
Trey Black. So do you ask Trey Black for beats and just kind of send them? How does that exchange happen?
Well, that only happens if like there's a beat that I like, but usually it's all on the guitar and piano. It's rare that I use like beats like that.
So this is
It
interesting too, because I mean, like I said, I'm not from this type of background at all.
Right.
So do you go like shopping for beats? Like you're like, okay, this is-
if I
this
get-
one, swipe right on this one.
if I get
this swipe
sense-
left.
That's tender. Come on now, Tyler.
If I get like sent beats, then I'll choose. But like usually I don't really use any of them except that one. I was like, I can't pass up on that one. So like I
Yeah.
kind of just took advantage of that one.
Do you
Yeah, I was
remember, Tyler, a couple of years ago, we started getting these emails that had little clips of beats attached to them?
Yes, I
That's-
still have some of those on my phone for some
That's
reason.
the emails that he gets. Like you get on
Oh.
email blasts, and that's from individual artists
That just
who
has
have their beats, and they'll send you one every day, every week, once a month, whatever. And then they also have links to their websites out there. Oh God, I can't remember off the top of my head. Like
I don't know.
yeah, beat something or other that you can go to as a hip hop artist and shop beats, ones that you want to buy and use from other people, and you buy the licensing. But he gets them from his pub producer, I guess, and he gets you all the rights and the public and the ability to use these beats in your tracks.
I don't have to get the rights because like usually they send them to me personally so I can use them. So it's just like, oh, I made this cool beat, like you try using it. That's kind of how it is.
Okay.
And sometimes if it fits, then I'll use it. If not, then I don't really.
Yeah.
Does-
And because he's got the words over the top of it, it belongs to him.
Yeah, I know.
Well, so does Trey produce all your stuff, or do you produce it yourself? Or?
The last EP, well, my own EP that I have out, he did produce pretty much
He
all
did?
of it.
Right on. And do you generally start? You said when you're writing a song, do you start with do you write it on a piano or a guitar? Or
I feel like whatever
preference?
to me comes first. Like a song on piano, it's usually on piano because piano to me is like it's easier for me, and it's more open. Like it's more like I can fit more stuff into a piano chord, you know. So I usually write something on the piano first, and then I'll either take it to a guitar or just keep it on the piano.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Where did you learn how to play all these things?
The guitar, I first learned how to. When I first started learning how to play it, I took like a semester class in high school, and then after that, I didn't take it no more. So then I learned. So then like I finished learning it on the internet, and then the piano, I just kind of figured out that like it's the same chords as the guitar. So I just got a scale, like a paper scale of the piano. So like if I was playing a G on the guitar,
Yeah.
I kind of just figured out where the G was on the piano.
Okay.
That's how I learned piano.
That's completely backwards to the way I did it.
I was about to say that's about reverse engineering as you can get. That's the hard way to learn piano, son.
No,
that's the hard way.
I did piano like last.
Yeah.
And then. Yeah.
But he does, he's right that the guitar and the piano are very similar. I mean, the fact that they're both percussion and string, but that everything's laid out there for you.
Yeah.
Every single note
Yeah.
is there, and it's got a different finger placement for each of those. You just have to learn how to translate one from the other.
Yeah.
And it's just like, learning Spanish from me, or if you come from Mexico and you're trying to learn English. It's the same thing,
But honestly, I
I
can't.
don't,
Completely
I don't see
different.
how it's the same thing at all.
It's a different language,
But-
That would mean it's so different.
I don't know. I don't think that's.
We just explained it right here, and he just said how he went from guitar to piano,
I
went
don't-
from piano to guitar. That's how it's.
Yeah.
So
we
Ricky-
did it wrong, is what happened.
That doesn't
We
matter how
did
you
it
got there.
wrong.
It doesn't
Ricky,
matter how
so
you
you-
get from point A to point B. You just got to get there. I guess that would be point A to C,
Going
right?
backwards.
What other point,
So you perform. How often do you perform?
Not like consecutively. Usually like the last couple times it's been like 2-3 months in between.
Oh wow.
Usually, yeah.
So when was the last time you performed?
In May, it was like May 12th, I think, something like that.
Okay, and do you
Cool.
do you share these when these shows come up? How do you get the word out to them?
To like the audience.
Yeah, to people.
your friends and family.
A lot of
fans.
times they already like have like flyers and everything out. So he's like,
Oh, cool.
so there are events that like I get like invited to play at, right?
Okay.
So like they already have like a flyer and like my name on it, and they have a bunch of stuff like, so they kind of like put it out there on Instagram and Twitter and all that stuff. So it's really
Okay.
Well, that's awfully nice. That fucking doesn't happen down here. They're like, you promote, and then we'll put you on this flyer.
Well, he'll find out soon enough because he's going to be moving
Yeah,
down
I'll
here.
find
So
out.
those of you in the San Diego
It's
area,
tough.
be on the
It is,
lookout
yeah.
every so often. Ricky Garcia is going to be putting out there.
hopefully, yeah.
Uh-huh. And
Ricky Garcia is going to be putting out.
he's going to be putting it out there. He's going to be out there doing
There we
his
go.
doing his thing.
He just can't
and,
stop,
And
right?
don't bring your girlfriend because she'll be pregnant by the end of the night.
Whoa, baby,
So-
making music.
So one thing, real quick before we start to close, what would you say, like for somebody who's just starting, who has the aspiration but not necessarily the direction? What word of encouragement would you give them?
I mean, I don't even think I have the direction, but like personally, like I think it's just like starting. I think that's like the hardest part because like after, at least me, like it took me a while to like start the whole thing, but once I started it, it was kind of like a roller coaster. Like I just wanted to keep going, and like for me, the reason I think why it's so important to me is because like that's like to me like that's like my voice, I guess, like because like I have a speech problem, so it's like but whenever I sing I don't really like have that problem anymore.
Yeah, I noticed
Isn't that
that.
Therapy.
Yeah,
Is
I have
it
a-
so? What is it? Just a slur to your speech?
it's stutter
You stutter.
a lot,
Huh.
but right now I don't know why I'm really calm.
Yeah, I was
But
like, I didn't
usually-
get that at all from you so far.
yeah.
It's like
been
Ozzy.
45 minutes.
You ever seen Ozzy play? Like,
But
he doesn't
usually
skip a
I
beat on
stutter a
stage.
lot.
Yeah.
Ever since I was a little baby, yeah.
So you must be very comfortable then right here, I hope.
Well, that's
Yeah,
the
I'm very
goal of the
comfortable.
Dusty Futon is to make you
That's
feel
right.
as
Yeah, but,
comfortable
like,
as possible.
But obviously, whenever I sing, I don't stutter. So that's kind of like it was a way like to express things that I couldn't really say, I guess.
So music is kind of a form of
That's
therapy
great.
almost.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is really therapy to me. Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good thing, though. It's a
I
good thing
know.
you've obviously, you say you don't have direction, but I think you do.
I do, too.
You've obviously come a long way from point A, and now you're like at A point B. You're still getting there.
Yeah.
You got
Yeah,
lots of
he's
time to
figuring
do
it-
it, and
he's
keep doing
figuring
what
it
you're
out.
doing.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
And I like that you're using all different aspects and trying to approach different angles because you
Thank
don't
you.
want to pigeonhole yourself.
Right,
and
right.
It's really
Yeah.
good. But
Thank
thank you
you.
for coming out here on the Dusty Futon.
Thank you guys for
Thanks hanging out with us.
That was great having you.
Serenading us.
Hi, Ricky.
Right? It's getting a little warm over here on this side. It's like,
It's a little imperial over here.
is that why it's so warm up in Imperial?
Hey,
That's
it was
what.
No,
110 there.
that's not why. It's been hot all the time.
Well, again,
Ricky's like,
thank you
"It's
for coming
'cause
out
I
here.
was
Again,
here."
Ricky Garcia, you can find him on Spotify. He's got his album Letters. He's also got Alone, the single, up there for you guys to listen to. So
Yeah.
subscribe, put him up on your playlist and stuff. Give him a listen. He's got good things coming for him.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Can't wait to hear more.
Thank you.
I wish we had more.
I know.
Always craving more.
Always.
I'm sorry. Next time I'll bring
No.
more.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry about
Next
it.
time.
It'll
There will
leave
be a
them
next
wanting
time.
more.
Yeah, they'll be stalking you.
There should be a
trying to
next
find
time
you.
because you're going to be moving down here, and we want to know what
Yeah.
Ricky Garcia is doing
Yeah.
in the future.
This coming
What's your
Thursday.
target area? Where are you
Nice.
looking at?
I'm gonna be living in Mesa.
Mesa. La Mesa?
Mesa.
La Mesa. Huh?
La Mesa. So that's
Oh,
kind
very
of
cool.
near Big John's old
Yeah.
stomping grounds.
Yeah.
La Mesa. That's actually not too far away from me either. I
Nope.
think that's like kind of like college area.
Yeah. Right.
Are you going to state?
Yep.
San Diego State?
No. For a year I'm gonna be at Grossmont, and then hopefully.
Grossmont's a
And
good
then-
college.
It is.
Yes, it is.
I took my radio broadcasting there.
Oh really?
Yep. And you can tell I learned a lot. Maybe. I don't know.
Fake it till you make it, right?
He's forgotten most of it since then. He did
What?
learn a lot at the time. But, yeah.
All right.
Once upon
Either
a
way,
time.
yeah, we can't wait to welcome you here to our stomping grounds here in San
Thank you, I
Diego. And
appreciate
again,
it.
thank you for coming out. To
I
the
appreciate it,
Futon.
guys. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.
Ricky.
Ricky Garcia.
I like to just leave it running. It's
I
fine.
know.
See how uncomfortable I can
The
make it.
ham
You never
bones.
know.
can-
Sometimes it's like that last little verbal diarrhea that slips out at the end that's like pure gold. And you're just like,
Like,
okay, I'm
yeah.
glad we kept recording.
Big thank you to the young 19-year-old Ricky Garcia for coming out and having a seat on the futon with us. Also, thank you to Tyler for being our host for this episode. And big thank you to Spicy Kim of Wicked Tone Entertainment for being our executive producer and co-host for this episode. I'm Big Jon, your engineer. Make sure and go check us out at dustyfuton.com and follow us on your favorite source for podcasts and new music like Spotify, iHeartRadio, and iTunes. Backstage 360 is our sponsor, and make sure and go check them out at backstage360.com. If you want to help support us, we have a patreon.com page where you can support us directly and receive bonuses and perks for your monthly support. Go to patreon.com/thedustyfuton. Go to patreon.com/thedustyfuton to learn more. You can also buy products from us. You can also buy merch from us on our merch page, dustyfuton.com/merch. Check out all the new t-shirts that we have for sale up there for you. Bonus, patreon.com supporters also get discounted merch depending on the level you support at. Thank you again for listening to this episode of The Dusty Futon, a Dusty Futon LLC production. Go to dustyfuton.com to sign up for the newsletter and to find out more. And you can always email us at admin@dustyfuton.com with any questions, comments, or concerns.